Hey guys, it's Jessica again, back here at Carey Paul Honda, here to show you another car. I know last time we looked at the Accord, and this round we're going to be looking at the 2009 Civic Si. We know it's substantially different from a regular Civic, but many people don't know exactly what, including myself. We've got Brandon again to show us around the car and point out some of the features.
Welcome back, Jessica.
How are you doing?
Good to see you again.
You too.
Looking at the SI this time, I'm assuming?
Yes, I am. I know it's sporty, I know it's got the SI on it, but I don't know exactly what comes along with that 197 horsepower.
All right, let me tell you. We'll start at the engine. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, like you said, it's 197 horsepower. You know the liter of the engine?
2.0?
Yeah, it's a 2-liter engine. How'd you know that?
I read it.
Sneaky. So yeah, it's compared to the regular Civic. This is 197 horsepower. Your regular Civic is 140.
Okay.
This is a 2-liter engine. The regular Civic is a 1.8-liter engine.
Okay.
So the difference is this is going to be a little bit quicker, a little bit more sporty compared to your regular Civic, and that's really kind of the target consumer that Honda tried to hit with this particular car. It's a performance Civic with all the safety features and the low cost of ownership of a regular Civic, just faster and a little bit more sporty.
Okay,
so
great.
Depends on if that's what you're looking for.
Very cool.
As far as the engine goes, you'll notice there's a couple things on here along with the 2-liter engine that you read on there. The DOHC stands for dual overhead cam, and the IVTEC stands for intelligent valve timing and lift electronic control. I know it's like a tongue twister. It's kind of a lot to go over in a short period of time, but basically what it does is it varies the valve timing, and it will give you the best mix of fuel efficiency but also horsepower at the same time.
Okay.
Honda's actually mainly it's the largest maker of internal combustion engines in the world. It's mainly a producer of engines. It just so happened they go in cars. But I mean, you know, Honda lawnmowers, motorcycles, cars,
right.
etc. So there's a bunch of different things that they make, and that's why the engines from Honda are so efficient, which is a good thing.
Very cool.
Do you have other questions about anything up here?
I noticed, apart from the VTEC engine, which is always aligned with quality I've seen, that the lights look a little different. Some of the features inside look a little different. What's exactly different in a regular Civic and an SI?
Well, I went over the engine differences in the horsepower. And then the safety is going to be same, like I said. Now, logo here, there's going to be a few features that are unique to the SI that are not on the regular Civic.
Okay.
Like, for example, the SI logo here doesn't obviously do anything for performance of the car or anything, but it just, to most clients, it looks better. It's more appealing, a little bit more sporty. Also, you have fog lights that are standard on the SI also that are not standard on a regular Civic, but, I mean, of course, they're offered as an accessory. You can always get those, but that's after the fact. So these are included. So around here, you'll also see this is a 17-inch tire, whereas the regular Civic is actually 16.
Okay.
All right. Probably make a little bit smoother ride. Also, these are low-profile tires, whereas the regular Civic has regular tires.
So it's going to give you better traction, be a little bit louder, which a lot of people like as well.
And it's just mainly geared towards, again, more of a performance ride compared to just a regular ride. Also, you'll see that the rims right here are unique to the SI model. That's one way you can tell on the street if someone's driving an SI compared to regular Civic. It's generally one of the first things you can tell, because that kind of stands out. So, which generally people like. Also around here, right here you have the logo, the IVTEC logo, which I went over on the front of the car, and then the DOHC logo also. So those are on the side of the car too. So when you're driving, again, it just gives it more of kind of a sporty look.
Okay.
On the back here, now on two-doors, they have a deck lid spoiler, the two-door regular Civic. There's a deck lid spoiler, which is a lot more subtle than this. This is a wing spoiler.
Right.
Sits up a little bit more. It's a little bit more prominent. You can actually tell it's on there. Again, a little bit more sporty. Sits up a little bit higher. Also, you have the logo back here. And then you mentioned noise earlier when we were at the side of the car, a little bit louder.
I noticed that this Civic doesn't sound like a regular one, and that it's not a regular exhaust either. Did you guys put a tip on that?
Yeah, that's
very cool.
Purrs. Yeah, so that's a tip there too, and it not only does that for the noise, but also just cosmetically.
Okay.
Generally, it's more appealing to the SI customer.
Very cool.
You have any other questions about the outside?
I think that's it for the exterior. I'm ready to take a test drive.
All right, let's go.
Okay, Brandon, the last stick shift I drove, I have to admit, was a 1965 Chevy truck, so it might take a little while for me to get used to it, if you'll forgive me.
Yes, let's just not test out the airbags, that's all I ask.
All right. Now, where am I going to turn up here?
Up here at the light, you're going to take a right.
Okay.
We'll go on a mix of back roads that have some curves on it, some hills and things like that, so.
All right.
Get a good feel for the car.
Well, I do like how it shifts. Obviously, I haven't driven many modern manuals being on the farm, but it's such a smooth transition, and it does have an easier clutch than I expected.
Well, the transition you're talking about, I'm assuming the truck that you drove in, what, 1986, was not a close gear ratio. That's what this is. You'll notice your gears, it seems like, are real close together. So the shifting is a lot more smooth from gear to gear, and it's a little bit simpler. So
very cool. Let's talk about these features. I noticed that they're a little different from the regular Civic as well, and we do have these lovely bucket seats.
Yeah, now the seats are going to be, you're going to notice they're going to fit a little bit more tight around the area up here. So that's when you're going around corners really tightly.
Okay.
Which we're not going to do this time. You're not sliding around.
Right.
So that's it's more like it's hugging your sides. And then also, this compared to the regular Civic, you're going to have different material here. It's a little bit easier to clean. Also, you're going to have stitching around the edges of the material, which is unique to the SI. And then also on the front of the seat here, you're going to have a SI logo too. Okay. Which is again a little bit more appealing to the sporty, or a client looking for sporty. Okay. Cool. What other features do we have on the inside? I noticed that the speakers are a little different as well. Yeah, reason is you actually have the upgraded stereo system compared to the regular Civic. So this is going to add additional speakers along with a sub, which the sound quality is very, very good. Also, you're going to have, this has a leather wrap steering wheel standard, whereas the regular Civic did not. Again, you can always get it as an accessory, but on the SI it comes standard, so